Back to the Steve Malzberg Show. Joining us now is a man who could maybe put a very interesting perspective on what we're witnessing here. And I'll ask him the question, too, about these this violent imagery that the left seems to be just obsessed with whenever mentioning what's going on with the government. We welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, Larry Winget. He is author of Grow a Pair: How to Stop Being a Victim and Take Back Your Life, Your Business, and Your Sanity. Might be too late for most of our sanity, Larry, but welcome to the show.
I appreciate that. Thanks for having me.
No, my pleasure. And, of course, you also you starred in your own TV series. You've been on a national TV, commercials, the whole thing. But your book is very interesting because it's as you do, it speaks the truth. I mean, it's in your face. You know, it's not, tiptoeing around the issues. If you got a problem, if you aren't getting respected, or if you feel you're disrespected, or if you feel you're getting picked on, or if you feel you have a liability, it just in your face how to address all those things and get over them, right?
Absolutely. And I have one central philosophy that's come through. I've written 6 bestsellers now, and my central philosophy is life's your own damn fault. Whatever you're going through right now, you created that mess, and we're certainly creating that mess that we're living in right now in our society in every single way. My first book was Shut Up, Stop Whining, and Get a Life. Went through You're Broke Because You Want to Be. People are idiots, and I can prove it. Several others, and now we're up to Grow a Pair, because I think we live in a society of wimps and weenies.
Well, I could tell you that society is trying to raise our boys, and has been trying to raise our boys, and has been successful to some extent with making our boys into all the aforementioned that you just uttered. I mean, it's absolutely
true. Look at the news this week when we're saying that you can't play tag and we're taking balls out of
I was just going to bring that up. There's a school now that won't let you play tag. They took balls away from another school, and if a kid, God forbid, puts a thumb in his forefinger in kindergarten and says bang, he gets written up and he's suspended.
Yeah, or eats his Pop-Tart in the shape of a gun. It's just all stupid. And you know what? That's our fault as parents. Parents need to step up and fire everybody on the school board, everybody they work for us, folks, and that's what we need to remember about all these people. They work for us, and everybody gets by with everything they can get by with. And when we stop letting people get by with all this stupid crap, we can turn society around.
All right, so let's talk about and relate it a little bit, Larry, to what's going on in Congress. First of all, and maybe you like this, I don't know, but when you, again today, Jay Carney, the president's spokesman, comes forward and he says the president spoke to John Boehner, they're going to keep talking, but still in all, he says, but they got to take the gun off the table. I mean, it doesn't stop. They have this preoccupation, this fascination, this desire to keep on with the violent imagery. They're arsonists, they're anarchists, they're kidnappers, they're terrorists, they're jihadists, they're holding us hostage, they got a gun to our head every time they open their mouth.
No, you're right, and that's really what that's indicative of is just scaring people. Because when the American people, who are really pretty uninformed about all of this, hear that, they really believe that, oh, my God, they're holding a gun to their head. They are holding these people hostage. Now, I don't mean literally a gun to their head. Maybe some people are that stupid. But people buy into that imagery. That's why they use it. Why do people do stuff? It works.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But you say, how do politicians grow a pair? And which politicians do you see? I mean, do they all need to grow a pair in your view?
Yeah.
Or okay, why? How?
I do believe. I think both sides need to grow a pair. And I've been getting a lot of mail from both sides, so proud that I get from the liberals saying they're so proud for Obama to saying we won't negotiate and standing up to the Republicans. And I get it from Republicans saying Boehner finally grew a pair and say we're going to stand up to Obama. Listen, both sides need to grow a pair. People who have a pair do their job. They understand that they have been hired to do something. And, sometimes your job is to sit down face-to-face with people that you don't like, you don't admire, you don't respect, you don't agree with, and do what you are being paid to do. Every one of these politicians is paid to keep the government open, to look for the best interest of the American people, and neither side is doing that right now.
And by the way, we're talking to Larry Winget. He is the author of Grow a Pair, How to Stop Being a Victim and Take Back Your Life, here on the Steve Malzberg Show. So I guess by extension, and you might have touched on this, constituents, us, the people, we the people, in your view, could grow a pair by what? By doing what a lot of people do, especially on the right at town hall meetings, but even more so, making yourself heard, like you said, go to the school board, et cetera, doing that with your elected representatives too, right?
Oh, absolutely. This is what people really hate. They need to understand that our politicians are a reflection of us. Our government is a reflection of our families and our businesses. People are, just like I said, they're doing what they can get by with. We've got to remind them they can't get by with this crap. It's unacceptable. How do you do that? Just like you would in a business at a performance review. You sit down and say, you didn't do what you were hired to do. You're fired. And the performance review for politicians is election time. The problem is we just keep voting the same stupid people back in, and then we act like we're surprised when they keep doing the same stupid stuff. They need a severe performance review.
And one thing that caught my attention at the beginning when you said, the different books you've written in the past, if you're in financial straits, do you make any allowances for people who, were victimized by this economy, who can't get a job? They had a great job, and now they have to take a lesser job and work part-time. And I mean, is there any empathy there?
Not a whole lot of empathy. First of all, when you consider the 40% of our society spends more money than they earn, those 40%, that's stupid. When they didn't have any savings, the average 50-year-old in America has $2,500 cash saved. That's stupid. You're 50 years old and you've only been able to put away $2,500. So, yeah, I understand that people go through tough times, and I have some empathy for the fact that everybody experiences it. But if you're not prepared in any way, and if you're sitting back and saying, I'm better than that, I deserve more than this job that I'm having to take, that's wrong. You need to grow a pair and remember you agreed to keep your commitments. People need more of a commitment to their commitments. Their commitments of their bills and their family.
Gotcha. All right, Larry Winget, Grow a Pair is the book. Great talking to you, Larry. I hope you'll come back.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. All right, folks. When we come back, we're going to be joined by Grover Norquist, president of Americans for Tax Reform, on the latest on the shutdown. What he sees as possible remedy, and what he thinks of the latest Republican proposal and Democratic response from Jay Carney. The latest right here on the Steve Malzberg Show, Newsmax TV and radio.